Welcome to the Creative Brew, helping you keep your creative juices brewing. We're giving out chunks of insight, motivation, and practicality for your creative journey. My next partner is Elevate Coffee Trading, and if you appreciate specialty coffee, enjoy outdoor adventure, and love helping elevate the lives of children around the world, then you're going to love Elevate Coffee Trading. Their mission is to extract hope through love, coffee, and adventures. There's free shipping in the United States, and every bag of coffee helps sponsor health and education for children in coffee producing countries and in areas of need in the United States. You can use promo code Elevate21 on your next order, and you can follow their journey on social media at Elevate Coffee Trading. Or you can visit online at elevatecoffeetrading.com, and let's start extracting hope together. And this episode is brought to you by Baba Coffee, smuggling good vibes. Baba roasts their coffee beans each week and only offers the freshest coffee. They have espressos, lattes, cappuccinos, pour over, or drip coffee. You can try their cold brew coffee, nitro cold brew, or bulletproof coffee, and boba milk teas. They also have a wide assortment of delicious food. I would suggest you try the avocado toast, mimosas, wine, or beer. On the weekends, you can check out some great music like the Soto Six and food like Eliza the Shelf and others over the weekend, every Friday and Saturday, beginning at 6 p.m. You can check out everything they got going on Facebook and Instagram at Baba Coffee. And welcome to a new episode of the Creative Brew, giving you insights on your creative journey. First of all, I am drinking, one of my holiday mugs, but I'm drinking some coffee from one of my sponsors, Elevate Coffee Trading, extracting hope with every drop. So you can check them out at elevatecoffeetrading.com or on Instagram and Facebook at Elevate Trading Coffee. So great sponsor of mine. They're always sending me some new holiday coffee. So they've been a great sponsor of mine. So I just want to give a quick shout out to them, and that's who I'm drinking on right now. So that's from Elevate Coffee Trading. Today we are talking about trust your timing, and especially for the holiday season. This is I know we get around this time of the year where there's obviously relationships, family, things start to slow down a little bit. And you tend to get more, you tend to get more inward with things, maybe things that you feel like, maybe dreams, ideals that you feel like you didn't accomplish this year. And I know that was for everyone, even me. I mean, there's things that I wanted to try to pursue that I really didn't have the time to, or I didn't make time to. But everyone has those little just things in the back of their mind saying, "Oh, I wish I would have, I wish I would have, pursued this or did that." But really, it comes down to like trust your timing. And what I wanted to sort of piggyback on is for people that don't know, in the podcast, I generally talk about my granddad a lot. Really huge influence on me. And not like I said, wasn't the wealthiest person. He was a high school janitor. And but for whatever reason, when I was growing up, he tended to he had so much respect within the community and with everyone that he had in contact with. And to me, that was like, man, like I wanted to be like that. That to me, that was like having that respect. Being not necessarily loved by everyone, but everyone could come to him and you pretty much. Hey, and welcome to a new episode of the Creative Brew, giving you insights on your creative journey. Today, we're talking about trust your timing. What I'm going to use for the context of this is just really some things that I've learned along the way, just actually from my granddad. He's been passed away for years now, but I feel like even now he is still teaching me lessons. And for anyone, that'd be the great aspiration as a parent, grandparent, a teacher, is like being able to still teach and still inspire, even while you're long gone. So we're going back to trust your timing, and this honestly, this could refer to anything that's going on with your personal relationships, with your creative career, with your professional career, relationships, your business, anything that's going on right now, and understanding that everything is going to happen, but it's going to happen at the right time. Obviously, yes, we want to keep putting forth. We want to stay consistent. We want to put forth that that focused effort as far as getting to where we need to go. Obviously making sure that we rest when needed, but staying focused, but at the same time staying flexible with your vision, and understanding that all great things is going to take time. I know I'm currently even with my business partner, and there's things that I'm trying to build, even with the creative brew with the show, with my main business, Link for Design, and really trying to create a more of a content and media company with the Langford Studio, and then everything that's underneath that. So even creating these, helping create these Mac Clash game cards, all this stuff, it just doesn't happen overnight. Like any great brand, anything that you see, it's taken years. I mean, honestly, it's taken decades to get where they are. And I know sometimes we can fall in love. I know social media could be the great culprit, and we feel like, man, like I want this now. Like I want to have this now. And sometimes, honestly, we may not be ready for those opportunities. Sometimes we're not ready. Sometimes you have to develop the skills and talents, the go through the hardships, go through the challenges to build that inward foundation to get where you need to go. Sometimes we're like, man, I want this huge client. We may not be ready for that. I'll tell you a quick story, and special thanks to my sponsor, Elevate Coffee Trading, for the wonderful coffee. A quick story was actually a client that I work with for a school rebrand, and with this specific school, like I actually wanted, before I had actually had the opportunity to work with this client and do a rebrand. It was probably, we can backtrack, maybe about, I'm gonna say about maybe 6 or 7 years prior to that. Yeah, I'll say about 5 or 6 years, something like that, around that time. I actually reached out to the school and didn't hear anything back from them. I wanted to, I had a proposal or ideal. I wanted to rebrand the school. I had ideals. But in hindsight, and like I said, things happen the way it needs to happen. I fast forward, I got the opportunity to work with the school and with the middle school too, and create this sort of unified brand for them that they all love, that they use. And but within that time frame, I developed so much as a creator, as a designer, as a strategist, as someone that was looking to create solutions instead of just, hey, I make pretty things. That's not who I am. I'm always looking to try to create solutions and create, ideals and systems that's going to work for that specific client. So thinking back on that, and the end result and the product that I developed, the solution that I created for them. I don't think 5 or 6 years ago I would have had that solution. Developing all the skills and all the communication skills and being able to do the art direction and the being the creative lead and answering questions. I don't think, honestly, I may not be ready for that. I may not have been ready for that, probably 5 or 6 years prior. And it's sort of a cool thing to understand, when you see it now, is understanding like everything takes time. Like being able to develop as a creator, as an artist, as an athlete, someone in the professional field, being able to develop your skills and talents and using that and cultivating that and understanding that you're going to keep sometimes you're going to be in the dark, sometimes you're going to be just working and working and nurturing and doing all the things needed until that actual opportunity arises, and then you're ready for it. I mean, to go back, I always take lessons from my granddad, and he was used to create these community gardens when I was small, and I used to be his assistant. And the biggest thing I learned, and that he taught me over those summers that I was working with him, was knowing that like any beautiful thing, any great thing takes time. I mean, being able to develop a garden, being able to till the soil and being able to water the seeds and watch it grow. If I uproot those plants if I uproot those flowers and that garden, it's not going to grow to its until it's full bloom. It's not gonna grow and bear fruit. So why are we doing that with our, with our career? Why are we doing that with where we're at right now in our specific journeys? Is knowing that, like, we may have to just keep muddling through the dark sometimes. We may have to just keep going through that desert. We may have to, and while we're in that desert, like, understanding that, we're cultivating and growing these skills and learning new things along the way, understanding, like, yes, there's going to be challenges. Not every day is going to be great, but understanding and building the foundations needed in order for you to grow. And then when those opportunities arise, you're ready for it. Like I said, I think sometimes the biggest thing is just waiting. But through that wait, through those gaps, that's where the greatest insights, the greatest work comes in, is through the gaps and understanding that. So that's probably one great thing that I learned from my granddad, and with him, I was his assistant. He was just showing me how to go through this process. And I think for me, honestly, I think that helped me to, not to say I wasn't impatient. I'm a kid. But I think just watching someone that took so much pride and energy into doing that work necessary in order to create this garden, create this field of vegetables, and at the same time too, he was able to give that out to within the community. I think for me, that is a direct correlation for everything that I do. Everything with from my client work to even from creating the show and creating collaboration and community around this. From all the other things that I do and create, I'm always looking to figure out ways of bringing everyone together, creating a community, being able to know that everyone, all of us, can rise up together if we so choose. That I can, like, there's enough for everyone. Knowing that, hey, I have my audience, I have my clients. I'll be the first one if I'm in this. If I bring on a designer on the show, I'm the first one to help promote them. That doesn't hurt me at all. And I think understanding that, knowing that, when you cultivate and grow as a person, when you cultivate and grow into your own self-awareness, you don't need to compete. I'm always looking to cultivate, to collaborate. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, I still have my competition streak. Yes, I do. I love, not to say I don't love winning, but I do enjoy the process of the hunt, like being able to develop my skills, to be able to express myself as a creator. That is something that I enjoy. That's being constantly curious about life, being constantly curious about my craft, seeing what other artists, designers, illustrators, seeing what they're doing, and perhaps taking some of that and using that into my own personal work, and constantly being fueled by that. That is, for me, that's how I compete. It's not saying I'm going to stop. I want to derail someone else's success because I haven't got there. No, it's understanding that you know all of us can rise up together, and your job as a creator, your quest, is to figure out ways of cultivating yourself to get around people that's going to help nurture you, get around the right environment, um, get around the people that's conducive to you growing and expressing to the greatest version of yourself. That's it. A very wonderful insight from a man that was a high school janitor. I mean, to me, at that age, I mean, being able to see the things that he was able to do, providing for his family, and had the admiration and respect for pretty much a lot of the people in the city that I grew up from. That was, for me, that was like, I wanted to be that. It wasn't me like when I was young, it wasn't me like looking to be a CEO or even running a business. I never thought I would be doing all this stuff. Yes, I was always in art. Yes, I did. I always had aspirations of being a creator, but from a personal and maybe self-awareness standpoint, like my granddad, that was who I wanted to aspire to be. Like being able to know that I had the respect and admiration of the community, knowing that people can come to me, knowing that I can grow and develop things not only for myself and still be able to give out to others. I think that whole thing is what fuels me, is what drives everything that I do. And like I said, and at the same time too, understanding that in this time that you have to cultivate patience. Anything worth creating, it's going to take time. Even the for my artist, even the things that you're creating, you don't create it just overnight. Your whole, maybe your skill sets, the way you process, the way you go through your process when you're creating a piece. It doesn't happen overnight. I mean, it's years upon years of developing your style, imitating others, crafting your own individual aesthetics, understanding what works for you, pulling in your background and story and perspectives, and developing and creating something for your audiences. That takes years. For others, that takes decades. But honestly, I mean, it's going to take time. And anything beautiful, anything worth holding on to, or admiring, you're probably looking at decades of effort put into it. Anything that's any kind of beautiful artwork, any skill sets, anything that that people see, you probably spend decades upon decades of struggle, of challenges, of insights, of constantly looking for answers, being curious about life. All this stuff is in the gap, and with you have to trust your own timing. You have to trust it. Don't uproot it. If you feel like it's like no, I'm ready to give up. No, that's the point where you need to keep going. You don't know what life has in store of you. You can, like I said, you want to keep doing the work, and maybe at that moment where you feel like you're giving up, that might be the greatest insight. That might be the wall that says, you know what, a great opportunity is going to come in. That might be it. So just trust it. Just understand that it takes time. Keep patient. Keep being patient. At the same time, too, keep staying consistent. Keep nurturing. Keep creating the environment that's going to allow you to grow to the fullest, and don't rush it. People, you'll for my creators, you'll find your audience. I guarantee you, for people that's in your whatever walk of life you're in, you will find what you're looking for. I guarantee you. If you're looking for like-minded people, you will find it. If you're looking for opportunities, those opportunities will find you. But it may take time in order for you to be ready for that opportunity. That's going to be the trick. The opportunities are always going to be there, but it may take time for you to match that opportunity. So that like I said, that was really a great insight, and even for my own client work and my own personal journey as a designer and business owner. Like like I said, that's just one story. There's been other instances where I've reached out, and just out of the blue, they came to me about a project. If they had contacted me when I actually reached out to them, I don't think I would have created the solution or created the designs that I know I can create now. I don't think I would have been ready for that opportunity. And that's being blunt about me. I don't think I would have had the skill sets to accomplish it. Not to say I would have created something. I backtrack on that. I think I would have created a solution, but I don't think it would have been as strong as what it could be now, with all the skills and all the knowledge that I've amassed, and fine tuning my craft. I think I can come with a stronger solution now than what I did prior. So yeah, those are things you always consider. For my athletes, I always talk about those hidden gems. Sometimes you developing it may take years. The best version of you may not happen 5 to 10 years from now. Could you be patient in that knowing? Sometimes we could feel like within this small frame, yes, we want to accomplish and do everything. That's great. I mean, shoot for that. But the best version of you may not be until after your career is done. That might be the best version of you. The best version of you may be, maybe you didn't accomplish everything that you wanted to within that little small pocket of time. Maybe you start to develop more as a coach or as an athlete, and you gain the confidence, you gain all the skills needed, and you actually have a better career on the back end than you did when you were younger. That's happened for a lot of people. So don't trust that. Don't, like I said, don't rush the process. Sometimes you just need to be a match for that opportunity. That's it. And it may take years. Who knows? For others, it takes a little bit shorter. But with everything, all that opportunity is trying to do is be a match for you, or vice versa. That's it. So that's what I got today. You know what? Special shout out once again to Elevate Coffee Trading and extracting hope with every drop of coffee. So you can check them out at elevatecoffeetrading.com, and also to my other sponsors, Resonant Sciences at Aerotech Aerospace Company, and based in Dallas, in Dayton, Ohio. And like I said, they're looking to disrupt convention. So I do a lot of visual identity work with them. And like I said, they've been a great sponsor for the show. And they're always hot, and they're actually hiring right now. So if you're in the engineering space and you want to find a innovative company that maybe is a match for your creativity along with your engineering skills, Resonant Sciences may be it may be the choice for you. So they're actually hiring for various positions. They got offices all over the country. Check them out at resonantsciences.com. So check them out, and they've got all kinds of positions available. Also, too, another sponsor, Baba Coffee, smuggling good vibes, good coffee, based in Carlsbad, California. You can check them out at babacoffee.com, and they always have music, food, and laughter all through the weekend. So check them out on Friday and Saturday. They always got something going on right here in North County in Carlsbad, California. Check them out at Baba Coffee. We got Elevate Coffee Trading that I'm drinking on right now. And also, too, another couple of sponsors. We got Studio Ace Arts based in Oceanside, California. And it's an arts community with workshops, events, classes. They also have a gallery space as well as a retail shop. And they're there to help cultivate creativity. So you can check them out at studioacearts.org, and they're also looking for donations too. So if you're interested, please donate. You want maybe a tax deductible donation or charity, reach out to them today. And my last sponsor is the Escondido Arts Partnership. Like I said, I've been very fortunate to become a board member with them. And so, yeah, they're looking to really develop the arts down there in the Escondido area of North County. And so, yeah, they got different gallery events, workshops, and like I said, all kinds of things coming up. They also run the farmers market down there, and they're also a part of the art walk, second Saturday art walk that goes on. So they all kinds of things going on. Check them out at Escondido Arts Partnership on Instagram, Facebook, and then you can check them out online too as well. So that's what I got today. Just trust your timing. Understand everything takes time. Cultivate your wisdom, cultivate your skills, and let yourself become a match for the opportunity. That's what I got. Hey, be creative, stay inspired. Called the homie up, told him loot the sample up. We gotta come together now, cause I had enough. The time is now, there'll never be another one.